Today's subject, onions.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ah. All right, Steven, this video is gonna be all about onions. We're gonna start with a $6 onion dish. We're gonna end with an $18 onion dish. But in the middle, we're gonna peel back the layers on the beautiful mystery of the onion, make some onion food for ourselves, and try an onion drink, if you can believe it.
I like that. You know, onion, it's like a better version of the Russian doll.
Russian doll doesn't make you cry though.
So for our first onion dish, we're going to George's Burger Stand, Boyle Heights. And we're chatting with Armando about the onion rings.
Yes, classic onion dish.
What kind of restaurant is George's Burger Stand?
I call it a neighborhood diner. It's fast food, but it's quality, affordable food in Boyle Heights. All of the sauces we make are in-house. We roll our own patties, we make our own hash browns. We try to make as much as we can in-house so that we know what's going into our food that we're serving.
And you're not the original owner of George's. Can you give us the backstory of how you came to own it?
Yeah, George's Burger Stand opened in 1963. And like a lot of these diners around LA, there's these Greek owners that had these restaurants. George himself left in the early 2000s, and it changed hands a couple times before we took over. But the reason why we took over is because, I used to come here with my grandpa when I was a kid. My family's office is that building right over there. And as a kid, my grandpa would come and get a coffee, and we want to get some fries. And it just kind of felt like a neighborhood staple since I'd been a kid. And when we took over, I really wanted to bring that back. The last owners had a lot of frozen food, and so the first thing I wanted to do was make as much as we can fresh. So I think that's really important in an area like Boyle Heights, where a lot of the food is corporate level fast food, and we wanted to produce something similar to that was affordable, but that we can have a little bit of sense of pride in what we're serving.
Were the onion rings always on the menu here?
Onion rings were on the menu, but when we took over, one of the things I took out of the fridge was all these pre-made onion rings. They were already fried, they were already battered, just drop them in the fryer for 20 seconds and that just kicks them up and serve them like that. But where we came back to was we just wanted to serve a really simple, delicious onion ring. So we toned it all down and focused on 3 ingredients: salt, flour, and Modelo. Our onion rings are beer battered, so we use Modelo. It's a local delicacy, if you will, in Boyle Heights. And for us, it was really important about making them really simple. And our onion rings, in my opinion, are some of the best, but I think it's because there's not this heavy breading around it. It's a lighter dough, really fresh, kind of crispy. We wanted to serve these colossal onions. So every morning and every afternoon, we cut them fresh. The onions then are separated by hand, and then we save the smaller onions, but the larger circles we keep for our onion rings.
What are the small ones used for?
The small onion rings, we'll usually dice those up, and those go into a container for our grilled onions or the raw onions that go on top of chili cheese fries in a burger or what have you.
Why is fresh onion rings the best?
I think because the onions still have that snap. The longer you let them sit, more moisture gets to leave. So when we cut them fresh here, when you're biting that onion ring, the feeling I don't like is when it's soft inside and you bite, the exterior is crispy, but the inside is like kind of stringy and soft. When you make them fresh, they snap. And to me, that's the huge difference. And they become a little bit more refreshing and balance out that like crispy, oily taste.
Yeah.
And then serve them with a little bit of either Thousand Island, we make our Thousand Island in-house, or ranch. Our ranch is also made in-house.
Are onion rings a condiment food?
After the first bite, they are. The first bite is hard because it's a small container and you got this like big circle. But after the first bite, customers come and try our food. I'm like, just try the sauce.
All right, Steven.
Whew, I'm so excited.
Now, we came here for onion rings.
Yeah.
And we ended up with so much more. So first of all, we got a large order of onion rings because we're splitting it.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Small, $6, large, $8, and we also had to get a couple burgers. We got the pastrami burger, and we got the Western burger, which has bacon, barbecue sauce, and an onion ring on it.
Look at this onion ring.
Yeah.
It's thicker than the patty.
Okay, which burger do you want?
The Western.
I want the Western. Should we rock, paper, scissors for it? No.
Yes. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I went onion ring. Got him.
All right, I'm having
Burger
a bite.
first?
I'm having a bite of this burger.
Whoa. Wow.
How's that? You want a bite of this?
Sure.
Watch your shirt.
Whoa. Damn. That is a legit pastrami burger. Wow.
This is an incredible cheeseburger. All right, back to what we came here for.
I want this one.
Okay, I want this one. Dude, they look like donuts.
I've never seen an onion ring like this. Cheers.
You know when magicians like put two rings together and then it becomes connected? Clean bite, no onion pull.
Wow.
Very important.
Oh my God.
All right, now that I've broken the circle, I'm gonna have a dip. I think I'm going ranch.
Well, I did not go ranch with you. Oh, the part I just ate was super fluffy.
To be honest, I've always been a little dubious about condiments with onion rings. I thought they were like kind of unnecessary.
Really?
Yeah.
They're not
like-
too dry for you?
I'm really just there for the onion. These rings though, you do have just the thin, crispy onion part, but then over here, they also kind of eat like a
fluffy.
donut.
It's cakey.
Yeah, that fluffy batter is so good with a dip.
I love the cakiness. Just break. Look at that. It just breaks.
Yeah, that's that fresh cut onion. You don't get the slippage.
Damn.
Oh, that burger was delicious.
Everything was so good.
Ooh, tortilla smell.
This is a heavy, heavy burrito. You telling me Armando's mom was stuffing these in her purse?
When we went to the movie theaters, my mom would be like, no, we're not buying candy. I'm not buying you popcorn. We don't have money for that. I'll make you some bean and cheese burritos. And she would put bean and cheese burritos in her purse in foil. And we go into the theater and we sit in the theater and I still remember the crackling of the foil, of like passing it down. Bean and cheese burritos to me are just something really special. It needs to be simple, but it has to be delicious and it has to be filling.
Yeah, bean and
Cheers.
cheese. Cheers.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay, this is delicious, but it is not an onion food. All right, Steven, before we go to our next onion restaurant dish, we're going to make an onion dish of our own.
Oh.
And this is also an onion fact of sorts. Familiar with the man James Beard?
I am. I've heard of the James Beard Award.
Yes.
It's an award that a lot of prestigious chefs get.
It's also awarded to people in the culinary arts, cookbook authors, media, etc. But James Beard was a chef, cookbook writer. He published a book in 1965 called Menus for Entertaining, in which there's a recipe for an onion sandwich. So, the onion sandwich consists of a thin slice of white onion. You take a slice of bread and punch it into a circle.
Okay.
Take two of those slices, mayonnaise the inside, lay your onion slice inside, close it up, mayonnaise the outside, chop parsley, and then roll the whole sandwich in that chopped parsley. And that is your onion sandwich.
Oh.
It's an entertaining sandwich.
That's beautiful.
It's not bad, right? James Beard's famous onion sandwich.
Boy.
Cheers, Steven.
Cheers. It's like the cutest little crunch when you get into the onion. It's like a mouse. Listen to this.
It's just all soft except for the tiniest little crunch.
Why is that so funny?
What it really is a sour cream and onion sandwich.
Oh. Yeah.
Sour cream and onion, top 3 flavors. You've had an onion sandwich, how about an onion drink?
Nuh-uh. Nah.
If you're a cocktail snob, you might have already guessed that the onion drink we have in mind is a Gibson, essentially a martini garnished with an onion instead of olives or lemon. At Mírate, beverage director Max serves us their twist on a Gibson they call El Pulquero. Instead of gin or vodka, a distilled version of the traditional Mexican alcohol pulque is used.
Pulque is the fermented sap of the agave plant, which yields a low ABV delicious beverage that doesn't often permeate outside of Mexico because it ages very quickly.
This onion garnish is particularly special. The onions are actually pickled in a vinegar made from pulque.
Then we're reserving the pickling liquid, and we're actually doing some small dashes into the cocktail, almost like a dirty Gibson, if you will, to bring that flavor more to the forefront.
It's pulque on pulque, but like every great martini, it's still served ice cold. What are you using the liquid nitrogen for?
We're chilling the glassware on the inside, not the outside, colder than you could even get in a blast chiller. The benefit of that as the guest is your martini's gonna stay very cold because it's an up cocktail, which does not utilize ice to keep it chilled. We can chill the part that actually touches the cocktail very, very cold, but the actual handle of the glass will remain at a room temperature.
Does pulque have a particular taste?
Absolutely. I mean, pulque is very unusual. I'd say it has a certain perceived sweetness, even if you ferment the sugar out of it, and also has a little bit of a funkiness. It's a very unusual flavor with a lot of depth. So it adds kind of a unique melange of funk, acidity, and florality.
Stephen, I have another little onion tidbit for you.
Chop it up.
Before 2010, shallot was not considered an onion. They did genetic testing on it and realized that there wasn't enough difference to consider it a different species anymore.
Whoa. I guess I'm realizing I don't really know what I consider as an onion.
I think it's an onion. It's kind of just like a more streamlined red onion.
It's like saying a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle isn't always a square.
But I just can't imagine looking at a shallot and not thinking it's an onion.
Really?
All right, Stephen, for our final onion dish, we're headed to La Jolla, it's just north of San Diego, going to a restaurant called Le Coq, a French steakhouse. We're gonna be speaking with Chef Tara about their onion tart.
What kind of restaurant is Le Coq?
Le Coq is a French, SoCal-driven. We identify more as a French steakhouse, so like 70s, 80s supper club, and then like a little bit of Asian little stuff in the background. At least that's what I like to do.
Yeah, I love that.
Our menu starts with a baguette. It's our #1 selling thing. We have a choice of chicken skin butter, which is my personal favorite. That's like fried chicken on the butter. We have jam and then French butter, and usually people start with that.
Stephen, here we are at the supper club.
Let's do this. So, what is this?
That is a buttonhole to go in a button shirt to hold it up.
Am I supposed to be wearing napkins in this fashion?
You definitely should be. Much as I want to keep talking about the napkins, there's a fresh loaf of bread in front of us.
Let's dig in.
Oh, it's warm.
Oh my gosh. I really want the chicken skin butter. Okay, I can't wait any longer. Oh, mamma mia.
gosh.
Oh my God, wait.
What the-
Oh, dude, what?
This is, you've just roasted a fresh chicken. It comes out of the oven. All the juices are pooling in the bottom of the pan. And you're just standing there, soaking up the schmaltz. Adam, you should have a bite of this while it's still fresh and
Yeah.
warm. You took my loaf, bro.
Oh my God.
I know.
Look at these blueberries.
It looks like boba.
Oh, God.
I would come here just for the bread.
Yeah, and the butter. Oh, did you see that?
I fell for that. I can't believe I fell for that.
Look at this French butter.
Never enough butter.
Andrew, are you bleeding?
No, that's blueberry juice.
Yeah.
Let me-
Here's why this is so good. I've had so many bad baguettes in my life.
For you. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Certain dishes you can't go wrong.
Do you think great butter would fix a bad baguette?
No, no. It's like in a relationship. I can fix them. That's what they say.
Yeah, you hear that a lot.
So onion tart is inspired by a classic French onion soup. The onion tart, first we make a pie dough and basically we make a tart shell. This particular one has beef tallow in it, so amp up the beef flavor. And then from there we do a classic braised beef, mirepoix with red wine. Braise it slowly. Usually it's just a really good beef broth and onion and cheese. So I took the tart and basically amped up the meat. And then we shred that meat up once it's tender. And then on top of that, we take caramelized onions and we take a big batch, usually a big mound in the morning, and we caramelize it until it's like about that much.
How many onions would you estimate go into one tart?
I want to say maybe like 10 onions.
Oh.
Yeah, into one tart. Yeah. We slice like 50 pounds, like 100 pounds of onions a day.
Every day?
Yeah. And then we fold the caramelized onion into that short rib beef with a bunch of herbs. And then we stuff it into the shell. And then we make another sauce out of caramelized onion with a little bit of vinegar and beef stock. So onion on onion on onion.
Yeah. What is it about the onion that lends itself to being the star of a tart?
I personally love onions. I think the natural sweetness from a good onion gets so underrated. And I think I had the opportunity to really let it shine in this dish. And who doesn't love a classic French onion soup? Those flavors hit. There's a reason why it's been around forever. And then we even have some pickled onions to put on top of it. And then if we have onion flowers when they're available, we'll even put those on top.
Oh, you weren't kidding about the onion on onion on onion layers.
We try our best to.
What does the onion flour taste like?
Like an onion. Really? Yeah. Yeah. It's most people don't even realize. Like things like my arm, like ginger has a flower, garlic has a flower.
Oh my gosh, you have an onion.
Yeah, I have an onion, and even onions have flowers. So
Yeah.
People don't know that because they never get to see a vegetable from the root to the tip. But yeah, most of the times things just smell like whatever they are. So we do it table side. We have the tart, we bring it to the table, and then we pour the sauce on the side of it. Everybody likes table side service. A little wow.
Steven, the onion tart. It's actually much more substantial than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a bite size.
With the melted Gruyere, it looks like a savory cinnamon roll.
Oh yeah.
You know, like the way the icing just kind of like dribbles down the side, but it's not icing, it's cheese.
Best kind of icing.
All right, I guess I'm gonna eat 10 onions now.
Oh. What? You're right, like it looks like a dessert. Like it has the frosting, but inside it's like caramel inside.
Yeah, or it's like a pecan pie.
Oh, I love pecan pies. Cheers.
That bite's too big.
What did we just eat?
It's dessert shapes and dinner flavors. It tastes so good.
I
I can tell when you're really enjoying something because you actually get speechless. You actually get overwhelmed by how much you're tasting in something. And you just get like, you're like, I don't know what to do with this. I can't.
Well, I feel like I need to say something intelligible, but at the same time, my brain is just melting.
Yeah, it should taste too intense, but the vinegar in the onion sauce brings it back into the realm of reasonable. It's really like all the best parts of a stew.
It's every version of an onion together. It's the sour version of an onion, it's the acidic version, it's the tangy, it's the caramelized sweet version. And I just never knew it could all be one thing.
Yeah.
You know that parable or whatever it is where there's like a bunch of blind men touching an elephant and they're like, oh, this is a tree trunk because they're touching the leg. This is a plant because they're touching like the tail. This is a wall because they're touching the body.
Yeah.
I feel like I've experienced that with onions, like individually. But now finally I'm like, oh my God, I understand the full potential of the onion now. It can be all of these things and yet each of those individually as well.
Yeah.
It's amazing. This is one of my favorite meals that we've ever had together.
Yeah.
I'll cherish it.
Sounds like a threat.
You better cherish this.
Have you tried it yet?
No. This kicks ass. That was really good. It's like what you want pulled pork to be.
Yeah, that's good. You should do the taste test.
Yeah, I've been saying it this whole time.